One of the danger spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent. And we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to Reynolds Razorback Stadium, home of the Arkansas Razorbacks. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Razorbacks will put toe to leather and will get started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Burgess. And the visitors start their day with nothing. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. All right, guys, let's take a minute to think about Nebraska. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down, but they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
The Huskers want to crank the tempo. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
I like this call in plus territory. The punt would have to be so precise, might as well leave the offense out there on 4th down. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. He'll pull it on the read. He has the first and still on his feet. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
And that is picture perfect by this quarterback. Nice job running the option, seeing he's not covered. Nobody's taking him. They didn't play that responsibility, and he chews up yards and makes the huge play.
And the Razorbacks, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Now on the option. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time.
And that ball is intercepted at the goal line.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
On the move, it's Burgess. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Now what they had in mind to start this drive, here comes 2nd and 13. They try to get it outside on the left. That hole closed quickly. He'll get 1 out to the 6.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. You want to be physical on defense, but too much grabbing. They got him for the hold. It's 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. It's these little moments like that that can help an offense as he gets it up to the 16-yard line.
And when these quarterbacks run these zone reads, read options, whatever you want to call them, they have to put their eyes on a certain defender. And they're reading him, and basically, you can't be right. That's what makes it so hard to defend, because if you do one thing, he's going to do the other. You do the other thing, he's going to do the other. So, good luck stopping.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. The give to the tailback. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for that.
Goodness gracious, I don't know if that head coach is gutsy or crazy.
Probably both, maybe both. A lot of coaches are, but the analytics do say you should go for it more on 4th down than conventional wisdom would suggest.
Not on your own 20.
Fair enough. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Got it in the middle. It's Burns. Racing to the right. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37.
It's amazing in college football, the tight end position and how much has changed. Back in the day, you're a blocking guy, maybe you catch a flat route. Today, these guys have athleticism, and you just saw it from that dude after the catch on that last one.
He is
love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matter with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. 8th play of the drive coming. It'll be a 3rd and 6. He's looking to pass. Grabbed behind the line. It's Burgess. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Well, on 3rd down, they go to the running back screen. They're able to get a couple of yards, but not enough for the first. What do?
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quickly to the flat in the wide receiver screen. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. First play of the period, first down here. On the run, it's Burgess. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. And the Huskers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They feed him again. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. They're going to test the right side with this one. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Right back to him on the ground. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Nebraska! That touchdown was a clinic in keeping your offense on the field and wearing the other defense out.
Sometimes your best defense is your own offense, being able to stay on the field. You're absolutely right, Reese. That was a clinic. Running the ball, playing at great rhythm and pace, QB making good, smart decisions, and not shooting yourselves in the foot. No penalties, no turnovers. It doesn't get any better than that last drive.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Right on target this time. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Power football with the run. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. And they can't make the connection.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Looking to throw on third. Hauls it in. Breaks into the open. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. The Razorbacks racing to the line in the hurry-up. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
It's complete on the right side. Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a first down.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
Reads it, fires complete. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Running to the left. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Give to the running back. Hard running there. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. A 3rd and short coming from their own 20-yard line. Looking for a crease. It's Burgess. Picks up the first down, still moving. Gets the job done on 3rd down as he gets it to the 25 before he's brought down.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off, and he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds. The Cornhuskers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to throw, time running short in the half. And that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball come out and fall to the ground.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete. All that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
fourth down, trying to find his man. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field possession. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
Fires to the tight end. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big game, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Looking downfield on first down. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll run play action. Now rolling to the left. And they will score! Touchdown, Razorbacks!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Trying the left side. He's past the 30. Oh, he's got some space. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Timeout. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the snap, it's Burgess. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Direct snap. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, and we have run out of time in the second quarter. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Touchdown, Arkansas! Stealing a score on special teams. Lining up to add another. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively.
There he goes. Makes it past the marker. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6. He now has 108 yards on the ground, and he came into this game leading the nation in rushing. Gives it on the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
And you thought maybe in the second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
Another fourth down try for this offense. They're 2 for 4 so far in this one. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. The Huskers are on the move. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Looking to take a shot. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any conclusions.
Give to the running back. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
And that decision will be questioned for a while.
Great job by the defense there. They were not caught off guard in that situation on the field. This offense might decide to go for it on fourth down. They're going to make the play. Their offense now takes over. And if I'm the play caller here, I am taking a shot. And a sudden...
Turning it on! Touchdown, Razorbacks! Great job on the back on the option. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed, look at the elusiveness, get into the end zone. Nice run.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they built this sizable lead. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. And down he goes back at the 3.
Well, the defense has the opponent backed up in their own end, and they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback. You see the athleticism and the speed they have up front as they're able to notch that sack.
He's loose at the 15. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And I know it's not a first down, but I still like the way they ran the football here. Just try to make the next third down manageable. Try to get it where it's not as predictable. I think the offense did a really good job being smart there, taking what the defense gave them.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. Running through contact. Still on his feet at the 45. Breaks into the open. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Gives it on the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Going to swing it on second down. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And then some people just have a knack for the football, and he's one of those guys, and he just gets the swat right there, but he's in the top 10 in the nation in interceptions for a reason. Just such...
Headed to the end zone, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he's going to bring this one out. Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Wants to adjust the pattern. Use the play fake, now to throw. Trying to get behind the defense. Got it in stride inside the 20. Touchdown, Arkansas. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
And this is why so many teams go play action. They try to freeze guys in the back end, work on their eye discipline, get them to bite a little bit. Nice job on the play fake. Nice job bombs away, putting air underneath it, and making the big touchdown pass.
On the run from inside his own 5. He'll step out of bounds at his own 13-yard line, and that will not go down on the teach tape for kick returns. Ready to go back to work on offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Going to have to create some explosive plays to the passing game.
He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Huskers will try to convert on 4th down. Trying to get it to the marker. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better. Right, Palmer? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. And the Razorbacks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. He's got the tight end. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. We've reached the break. Arkansas has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. They'll move the tight end. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him.
Tight end trying to get in. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Razorbacks. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
It's another good decision by the quarterback. You've got to be impressed here. On that one, he finds his tight end. But all game long, whether it's receivers or running backs or tight ends, wherever the best one-on-one matchup has been, he's been able to take advantage of it, and that's why they've been able to score so many points.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Illinois is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Jeff George should never be counted out of any game. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to ULM. Sunbelt, Funbelt. We'll circle back if anything big happens. You should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Rides the back and leaves it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
The give to the back. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
Tackle is made at the 30-yard line, and it'll be fourth down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch, converts on fourth down, is still on his feet. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. They'll leave it with him. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of third and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You could throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off, and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They're setting up the screen, and that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Screen pass just not working there. And you figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. Sends it back in motion. They'll go to the ground. He'll be brought down at the 41-yard line, not close to the line to gain, and it's 4th down.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Cornhuskers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Wants to throw on 1st down. Trying to set up the screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Now facing a 3rd and long. Got his man out of the backfield. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. The Huskers have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But
headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Huskers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. In front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. Oh, he's got some space. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
Offenses now, they know one speed. Be aggressive. Go after it. Even if you got a lead, you see a lot of offenses do this and take shots and keep making big plays down the field. I like it. Keep it up.
Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Even with this lead, they're going to toss it again. And down he goes. Not sure about putting your quarterback in harm's way there, but that's going to do it. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
and I love when teams go out and